Jimmy Brooks pretty much is a character that the rapper Drake used to play when he was on the TV show Degrassi. For those who don't know, you know, he used to play a character on the TV show who was in a wheelchair, and he got shot by a friend of his over something he didn't do. And then after he got shot, he had to go back to school, and you know, he dealt with a lot of the things that people go through in wheelchairs. And you know, so pretty much Jimmy Brooks is just a character that was on the TV show, man, that was in a wheelchair who got shot, and just so happened to turn out later on, a few years later, he turned out to be Drake at the same time. You know, that's who Jimmy Brooks is. I mean, I pretty much decided to call myself Jimmy Brooks because it's not necessarily I wanted to call myself Jimmy Brooks. I was looking at a show one time, and this before Drake blew up and everything. I was flicking through the channels, and I seen the show when he was flipping on his man who was partially responsible for him getting shot. And I watched that episode just because I kind of felt connected to that part, because it made me think about my cousin and what I went through with my cousin, and you know, having issues with that. So, and then, you know, later on, after finding out it was Drake, I said, let me go back and look at the character and see what the character was about. And come to find out, you know, we have a lot in common. Like, I have a lot in common with the character. Like, for one, you know, he got shot by someone he knew. Like, I got shot by my cousin. He was in his last year of high school. I was in my last year of high school. He was on the basketball team. I was on the basketball team. After he got shot, he got left back. I had to do another year in college, and then.
Gentlemen.
How you doing?
Good.
You know, I had to do another year. I got left back. I had to do a year. I had to do my last year of high school over. He was rapping. You know, I had to rap. And then all of like the little things he dealt with within the show, from the sexuality issues, from the home attendant issue. When you listen to the mixtape, you hear all the different things that he went through. That it's not only me, that a lot of people, when you get shot and you get put in a wheelchair, you get in whatever reason you're in a wheelchair, you go through changes. And that character in the show, he went through a lot of changes. And so, you know, after Drake came out, you know, it's like, you know, the character Jimmy Brooks is, I think maybe people forgot about, you know, those things just wasn't acting, you know what I mean? So that's why I decided to call myself Jimmy Brooks in sort of way, because I am the real Jimmy Brooks. There's a lot of real Jimmy Brooks out here. I chose to make the mixtape pretty much because, like I said, I feel connected to the character, and I felt like also it's not only me. I know it's other people that went through the same things I've been through. You know what I mean? It's just like with 4 Wheel City. So, you know, I wanted, and I felt like it would give me the opportunity to, you know, get a lot of things off my chest that I wanted to say I've been going through, and also, I felt like it was maybe, you know, sometimes I think when Drake first came out, I think that was kind of a knock on his credibility, that he plays a character in a wheelchair on a TV show. And so I felt like, why is that a knock? Why is that a knock on Drake? Because he played a character in a TV show, you know what I mean? That was in a wheelchair, that was named Jimmy Brooks. And so I felt like maybe this mixtape would give me an opportunity to speak up and maybe in a way defend that role, because this wheelchair life is not a joke, you know what I mean? And then on the flip side of that, aside from defending Jimmy Brooks, I also want to put out there, because I seen an interview one time. Actually, the intro to the mixtape was an interview, but Drake, he was like, he can't sit back down in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? No more. When they asked him when he go back on the show, so I was like, that was kind of foul. But you know, I just felt like, you know, the Jimmy Brooks Chronicles was needed, because, like I said, there's people out here really living that life, and I think I had the talent to do it, you know, to translate the realness to what you've seen on the screen. I think I had the creative talent, and it wasn't a stretch for me, you know what I mean? It was something I could do with ease, because I've been doing that. I've always been putting my life into the music, so it really wasn't hard for me to do. So I just took a few Drake beats, and I just went hard and, you know, spit on there, and just let it be known, you know what I mean? The Jimmy Brooks Chronicles, Volume 1, you know what I'm saying? It's hot. Check it out. Pretty much, what I want people to get from the Jimmy Brooks Chronicles mixtape is just a different side of me. Like, you know, just in terms of like, to hear my creativity, how I can take a subject and translate it, lyrically, and also just really to have fun. And I would like people just to, at the same time, respect the life that we live in. Like cats in wheelchairs, cats that lost their ability to walk through the gun violence. And I would also like people, next time they think of Drake and the role he was playing on Jimmy Brooks, they don't be like, oh, that's that soulful kid that was in a wheelchair on Degrassi. You know what I mean? I would like for them to be like, yo, cats in the chairs, they could come hard. And there's a lot of people out there that felt the character too. So this is also for them, because I took some skits from the show. This is something for them to, because I know a lot of them miss their character. So, and it's just real, when I do music, I like to come with angles, and I like to have like substance with it for people to. It's almost like a story, like you're reading a book, or you're watching a movie, or you're reading an essay. Like, you know what I mean? Like it has a start, it has a middle, and it has an ending. You know what I mean? So that the Jimmy Brooks is hard like that. It has structure to it, and it's just not a bunch of songs thrown together. It's like when you listen to it, you feel like you're listening to somebody's movie or to a story or somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want people to get out of it. Just have fun. You know what I mean? A lot different from 4 Wheel City, but it has a lot of 4 Wheel City essence in it. Like the difference between the Jimmy Brooks Chronicles and 4 Wheel City is that it's me, you know what I mean? It gives me a chance to get a little more aggressive, cuss a little bit, yell a little bit more, and be more personal about, the little tedious things, But as far as like with 4 Wheel City, me and Rick, 4 Wheel City is me and Rick. Rick is the producer, I'm the artist. We kind of like Gangstar, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, that type of stuff. And what we do with 4 Wheel City, like we speaking up for a whole, because 4 Wheel City is more about giving back and inspiring people and things like that. Jimmy Brooks Chronicle is more, if I could say it, is more personal in terms of it has a backbone to it, to what I'm talking about what I've been through and what other people's going through in terms of what you go through from day 1 to day 2, and just the character himself, Jimmy Brooks. If you go back and watch the show, he was a fun character, and I identify a lot with the characters. So pretty much the only difference is that his cursing, his Drake beats, and it's just fun, man. And 4 Wheel City is more, inspiring and telling people to stay in school and that ain't right and stuff like that. And Jimmy Brooks Chronicle is just me being free, man, being tapwaterz, you know what I mean? Taking it back to what I used to do before 4 Wheel City.